No, we're not expecting. Sometimes people say when they are 9 months sub to you, they say it's like your Twitch baby together with your sub, which is not to be taken too seriously. Okay, we have replay started. He's hooked. Okay, this is a Orc versus Night Elf game sent in by Aretas. We're going to be doing a replay analysis. Orc versus Night Elf on Amazonia. We'll watch it with full detail. He said this Orc is pretty good. Apparently aka Pride. Is that the American Orc that I've always known about?
Ready to work.
You see this? Did you see that? Wait, where's the chat log? Let's analyze his GOHF to begin with.
I was in Amsterdam, AMS, twice these past 2 weeks in my transit to Tanzania. I didn't see you, though. What should have I gotten from the duty free and why didn't you tell me sooner? Good luck today, laughing face.
I have never bought duty free in my life. Isn't it upscaled in price because of the location and then free from taxes, but still more expensive because it's at the airport? Since I live in the Netherlands, that don't make much sense for me. I'll just try to find a store somewhere that sells the same thing, literally. Well, thank you, Cracklin and Shavo. Thank you for the sub. He said HFGL, but look at this.
Ready to work.
He accidentally gets pillaged for a second.
Ready to work.
What's this? Normally, the only time I misclick pillage, which is hotkey G, is if I say like GLHF, but I type G before I press enter, so it goes LHF, and then I look at my great hall and it has pillage. That's a bit strange that this happens to him like this. Okay, so to begin with, we watch at 1 times speed. Our Night Elf is in pink and our Orc is in red.
Ready to work.
Might be custom hotkeys, but then why would he suddenly press it? So the Orc has gone for a barracks to burrow wall off, which is nice. The next burrow should probably go here, which can protect a cavity of Tauren Totem or Bestiary over here. The other building will go here, generally the Bestiary. The problem if you build the next burrow here or here is that they do not cover for each other. And that means that they are more easily isolated, attacked and cost efficiently harassed. One initial criticism I have is that the burrow performs a body blocking duty wherever it is, be it here, 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 here or here, but he has chosen to put it in the very most exposed location possible, which increases his zone of influence of defense to over here, but makes it far more harassable. He does end up following up with the shop, which is a decent protection measure, but he could have achieved the same thing by putting the shop here and having the burrow be right behind. He would have a very defensible burrow location.
Work complete.
Blade Master, Grunt, then the final peon gonna be following suit. We take a small look at what the Night Elf is doing. Archer, Keeper of the Grove, Double Moonwell, and all the Wisp rally to home. We speed up, Blade Master finishes, and Grubby will take a little bit of drink. Bit of tea. Hey Pride, you're the Orc this game. Okay, cool. I remember you from before. Nice body block with the grunt. He gets the wisp. Night Elf failed to detonate and no windwalk was used. Good control. 190 lumber marks the tech moment and not a second was lost. He will follow up with 40 lumber with the next burrow, which I believe should come right here.
Work complete.
Blade windwalks and harasses. Finds the camp finished as it should be. And can either go for the level 1, further delaying and tangle, or he can go for the archer, who is fairly far away from Moonwells. He decides to keep Keeper at level 1, which is a smart move because it enables the grunt to harass without getting entangled. If Keeper got upgrade now, he could do a sequence of entangles. Burrow comes very quickly, macros on point and in a good location. Orc now sees that Night Elf is going to a Hunter's Hole while still having an Archer and tier 1. This has a few possibilities. Night Elf is either massing Huntresses or is going 1 Archer for creeping into Huntress and 1 Ancient of War tech. From the fact that Night Elf is still making Wisps, we can pretty much rule out the fact that he has an Ancient of War somewhere else on the map. If you're massing Huntresses, you do not need Infinity Wisps. And revealing the Night Elf vision shows indeed there is no Ancient of War hidden anywhere on the map. Not to mention this is a bad map for it. So the production of Wisps and the existence of tier 1 shows this is a 1 Ancient of War Huntress tech, which also means that the Night Elf will definitely not be going for Druids of the Talon. For you need to tech fast for that. You do not delay your tech with a Hunter's Hole if you want Druids of the Talons. Sometimes elves will mind game and go from Huntress into Talon, but not like this. So, we already know it's going to be a mixture of Dryads, Keeper of the Grove, Dryads, Bears of the Claw, Dryads, Giants of the Mountain. Anyway, lore units! It's going to be lore units. Grub Bears, yes, Grub Bears. It's going to be Grub Bears for sure. Bears, Dryads, or Mountain Giants. One of those 3. So, for this, Orc can start thinking, should he go for Grunt? How many? Should he go Headhunter? Also very interesting that the other level 1 was stolen, so Keeper still denied level 2, which is a very good move by Orc. Now Orc makes a decision to get Boots of Speed. This is a bit of a doubtful decision. The map is so small, and although it does give him pressure to harass the Keeper, he has done such a fine job already keeping the Keeper at level 1 that there's no entangle risk. He knows this because he's seen Treants. And at the same time, the map is so small that it will probably never translate to a kill chance on the Keeper. Nice job keeping him level 1 still. Oh, fantastic control. Keeper will get away and heal. That was close. Orc farms a lot of experience, getting the last hit on the Treant as well. And another Treant as well. Fantastic job. Keeper is low. And will end up using his Moonwells to heal up. This Moonwell, by the way, is out of position to heal, I believe. Unless he opens his wall. A bit of a mistake from the elf.
We're under attack.
Bestiary is built in front. I'd say it's safer to build it here. There is a cavity over the burrow, so even building it here doesn't create body block risks. Another steal by the Blade. Fantastic play. He has actually managed to catch up in experience against Ancient of War creeping. So far, exhibiting a much better control and micro than the elf. The single Bestiary worries me. You want to get this spell as fast as possible. So a Torrent Totem is fairly overdue and should have been made right here. Grunt Raider is not a sustainable strategy in the long term. So I'm missing that building. There we go. That's a royal 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds too late. Night Elf finally gets level 2. Goes with the double lore as expected. Dryads, maybe later Bears or Mountain Giants, but initially Dryads. This should be expected. It's a small map. There's no way the Night Elf is going to use double lore and go straight to Mountain Giants. And there's no way that the Night Elf is going to go to tier 3 and go straight for Bears. The map is so small that Dryad spam should be expected. For this reason, Shadowhunter is the correct choice, and he has done so. Slightly critical of getting double heal solve on a small map. It's fairly easy to pop back and get more. But considering he needed 2 right away, that's kind of okay. He's going to be aggressive, so he's going to try and get some Hex skills. But without information of where the elf is, picking that ability already, Hex, is a little bit greedy. Ends up finding the elf though, gonna go for some early attacks. However, against Entangle, I don't know if he's necessarily favored. He may stand to lose 1 unit. If he uses good raider control with the body block though, he could get the keeper. Oh, he has the dust. Keeper should be dead. Attack him with the grunts. And he gets the keeper. This is really, really good for the orc. Raider survives. One more. And at this point, I think, don't get too greedy. You're going to be running into Dryad soon. Kill the Huntress and leave. Everything is low. Great job. And Snare is finishing up. And that's, I believe, lethal damage on Raider if... this is greedy. But it could work if the grunts were there. That's another hex though. And ultimately does not lead to a kill. So my instinct was correct that it was best to just leave. The entire time the hex mana and walking from here to here has been a waste of time. Time that the Night Elf is using to get his hero back. And that the Orc is not using to further his lead any further. Too bad. Raider, Walker comes out. I recommend Walker upgrade and nothing further for now. You don't know if it's going to be giants, dryads or bears. If it is bears, you can make more than one Walker. But if it is dryads, you generally, if you're already on totem tech, get one disenchant upgrade tech, like one adept upgrade, but make no further Walkers. You go to tier 3. It's a little early. I recommend staying on 50 food, getting a war mail, the Walker upgrade, more raiders, because Entangle will get some victims and your army could stand to be too small. Warmill does come out.
Work complete.
And the tier 3 essentially doesn't slow you down too much because you were supply blocked for a bit. What did you buy? You bought... Okay. Heal Scroll and Invul. It's a little early to buy Heal Scroll and Invul. Generally, the later you can buy your items, the better, because you still have 10 food to improve under your 50 food count. So buying the items now creates a large supply pause. Generally better to go to 50 than buy items. The only reason that I would get 2 items at 40 food is if it's Echo Isles, and besides getting it for myself, I'm using the singular shop to deny the opponent's Heal Scroll and Invul as well. Because there's 2 shops, you never run that risk, and I believe it is not efficient to purchase this at this time. Furthermore, you are still not upgrading Disenchant for Spirit Walker, so you're not getting your Disenchant anytime soon, your mana pool is too small, and you're not making bonus raiders. And then marching into a fight against someone who's been making non-stop dryads, has gone to tier 3 but isn't using it, just non-stop dryad, you're the underdog now despite the early advantages. Your blade is half-life when you start, you have no heal wave, and I believe this is going to be not a cost-efficient fight, even if you end up looking like you're killing more than you're losing. Heal Scroll was used, 250 gold, he loses an Alchemist, 170 gold. You get experience, but he took a camp while you were doing nothing. So far Night Elf is still ahead. Auto it with the Shadow, good. 2 Dryads, very good. Lose a Grant, you're 1 unit ahead. 3 units ahead. 4. 5. 4. 5. Fantastic. Much better than I expected. Again, the chase into the main. Hoping to go for the kill move potentially. You're 6 units ahead. Saving the raiders. Fantastic. Five units ahead and leaving. So 5 units ahead. Your tier 3 finishes. Your macro slipped while you attacked. Only now Spirit Walker Adept training comes out. And your Walker has no mana. You're level 3-2. He's level 3-1. He has been tier 3 for a while. Lost nearly all his Dryads and comes out with the first Mountain Giant. Orc stole the big minion of the camp though. Fair point, fair point. Out comes the Headhunters. So now you're getting an army that's really good against Dryads, but you're not 100% sure he's still going Mass Dryads. You've seen the tier 3, so you can expect mountain giants or bears. So this headhunter is a little bit late. At this time, I would focus on getting information of what he's getting, and then preparing your army accordingly. You finally reach an amazing anti-dryad army right when he switches away from dryads. It's going mass mountain giants. At this time, normally, what you would want to be getting, in my opinion, is a second totem and Tauren Walker. You have plenty of lumber to get pulverized and stuff. So, despite all your early advantage, you're 10 food ahead, but because you're not finishing and investing further in an army that is getting to be obsolete, you're gonna see all that early advantage dissipate. Despite the kills you got, maybe the army you had was able to creep much faster than him. He just got the goblin shop, you got a laboratory. That's a win for him, that's bigger creep camp for him. Another fight now, 10 foot ahead. Invul a little bit unnecessary in my opinion, quite expensive. He TPs, you invul, you gain 150 gold. Now if you can gain a camp out of it, that would be great. If I were you, I would just creep with Blade and Shadow. Scouting is cool and all, but when you creep with Blade, you creep just much faster. With an army like this, when he just TP'd, the best thing you can do is get the best camp you can, which is the granite right here. You're gonna scout, creep slow, take more damage and need more gold to heal up again. You find him, and you'll end up taking a lot of damage. In the meantime, take a lot of damage here.
Research complete.
It's actually so easy to creep the granite with raiders. When you have 4 raiders, you can creep it without taking any damage at all. Pull him to max distance, then ensnare and body block him on the way home. You get a fantastic item. It's harder to create those opportunities late game, so you should take it when you can. In the end, you're standing around doing a lot of nothing. After you made him TP, actually make a summary of what happened. You scout him and take damage, he loses mana. He takes this camp and you took this camp. Now you're starting the shop and he will predictably have access to this merc camp. So you're trading 2 for 2 even though you forced him home.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And you didn't even get the high value camp. You're also going over 50 food, but with an army, and you did go double totem by the way. You're going over 50 food, but mostly with an army that does not very well against what he has. Because you're already at 57 with a walker and a totem, but you've got no money to make even a single Tauren extra. This is a reason to camp at 50 food. When the opponent has a more efficient army than you need to spend more time on 50 food. He has also gone to 64. Despite all the kills you made, because you needed to make more buildings. 3 tech buildings to his 2. Maybe more upgrades, master upgrade for walkers, pulverize. Do you have any other upgrades? No. You don't have Kodo War Drums upgrade yet, despite being over 50. So these are investments I would love for you to make. That are very necessary, and that you will have a very tough time making later because you already went over 50. He then takes a 3rd camp while you take a 3rd camp, but his camp is better. So despite you making him TP here, he traded 3 for 3 on camps, having a higher value one in the process, leaving a singular camp on this side of the map, the granite, that you'll need to vie for. Also, torrents are only good once you have 3 minimum. Because of the pulverize rate being significant. And Dryads slow attack speed, Entangle stop attack speed, so you should even have like 4 if you want them to be really good in this case. He brings Wisps. I feel very nervous about you being that near him. Also, when they have that many mountain giants, raiders become less and less useful to take out Dryads simply because of the micro. The way you want to approach this fight is kill as many Wisps as you can with the blade before taking a serious fight. You do just that, which is a great job by you, but unfortunately he still has that same sentry ward. You got nervous and you used invul and lost it. 67 food versus 70. He doesn't have Nature's Blessing. You do not have fortified defenses, which is interesting considering how cheap it is. Final camp is still on the map. We're going to fast forward a bit to look at the showdown. Take a small camp here. You've got 2 torrents, 3 torrents now. You got your Kodo War Drums upgrade. Walker comes in. Still a sentry here. He's camping at home. He doesn't even have Orb of Venom. There we go. He just got it. 80 food as well.
Great outdoors.
6 Dryads. No Hunter's Hall upgrades. And you start doing the Granite. Small little mistake here. Having your walkers next to the magic immune triple golem is just serving to get bonus damage. Let's look at your groups. What do you get? Strength Int. One of the worst items you could possibly get here. Unlucky. What did he get? War Drums. One of the best. That's unlucky. So what are your groups like? You've got the following group. Shadow, Headhunter, Tauren, and Walker, and Grunt, and Blade. All in one group. And your Raiders are in another. Together also with your Kodo and Headhunter. So your Kodo, Raider, and Headhunters are double grouped. Oh no. This is all your walkers. That was probably a manual selection. Raider, Headhunter, Kodo, and then walkers are in one group. Okay. That's good. I want to see the Blade Shadow group. Yeah, your Headhunter is double grouped. But your Raider, Kodo are in group 2 together with the Headhunter. Not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. But I would recommend not having your walkers together with the hero and the Tauren group and the Grunt. In my opinion, it should be Tauren, Grunt, Blade, Shadow, then Raider, Kodo, and then third group walkers. This is why your walkers were hugging, because it's your attack move group. Casters should be in the third group. Yeah. You got creep jacked, you're 10 food down, lost the Raider right away. I mean, it's not the worst of deals. Raiders are pretty useless in this fight anyway. You need to split your walkers versus the wisps or kill them. Shadow's taking a lot of mana burn. You're not doing any heal waves right now. There we go. Pretty good fight. Mostly I see this fight ending because your Blade will lose his invul. Shadow has a lot of mana. That's just a way too early invulnerability. I do not recommend it because when you come out of it, you'll be in trouble. You've got Torrents that can be revived with Ancestral Healing or whatever it's called. You're not currently doing that. Very important. It's a big part of the strat. You have 2 disenchant, 2 walkers, and 2 torrents. One more. Blades is not fighting and not safe to fight because he has no more invul. He's just gonna focus it, see? You have another torrent you can resurrect. That's because you used your invul too early and too much mana as well. Because you're basically winning the fight, but you're losing the Blade. And you could have remade more torrents. There's a corpse right here. Nice invul timing by the Night Elf. The Blade's spending a whole lot of time doing nothing. Ah, nice assassination on the Keeper. There we go, more walkers. Small things now. You're losing because of small things. Pull back your Kodo. Some micro issues. It's not easy against torrents to be sure. But it's small things. Efficiency here and there. Slightly overmade Raiders in the mid game. And your invuls have been too early. Slightly overusing Windwalk. Some micro issues, but overall, very good game. You played the early half of the game better. He understood some things pretty well too. Mountain Giants and Wellspring, of course, is crazy efficient. Alchemist is efficient, and he got better item luck. I think if you got Kodo War Drums and he got the Medallion of Courage, you might have had the upper hand here. Even though it doesn't even look that bad now. But it should be remembered that probably there was a way for you to get both Granite levels, level 9. If you had been more greedy about taking it. It's always nice to say you lost because of luck. If that's, you know, ever the case. But you can force luck your way by taking both of the premium items. Now we spend more money as Orc on healing up than Night Elves tend to because of Wellspring. You remade a Tauren Walker army, which is great. But I wouldn't forget about that Kodo. That's your double War Drums aura. Also, try not to overuse Disenchant and Spirit Link. Your walkers are very low mana. You're bruising for a fight right now, but I don't see time being on his side. Time is on your side. The longer you wait, the more closely your walkers inch towards full mana. So your eagerness to fight now, in my opinion, is misplaced. You don't have a Kodo, you're not at full strength, and you have low mana, whereas he's like, whatever, you know, Mountain Giants are not mana dependent. My gold mine's almost empty though, says Pride. Yes, this is true, but the same is true for him. You both have 100 gold left. What happens when the gold is empty? He will slowly march his Tree of Eternity to the gold mine. And you will start long distance mining or bringing peons. Whatever. Just, he's not mining yet. That's going to take at least another 2 minutes. Furthermore, it's nighttime right now. So he's got more vision and more regeneration at night. It's not a great time to fight. Especially since you're going to start the fight with probably 2 to 3 Spirit Link. Then you'll do 1 Disenchant on Entangle. Then you're going to Spirit Link again. And then you'll barely have any money or any mana to resurrect. Let's see how it goes. First of all, I should say that fight starts in bad position for you because your Taurens are at the back and 1 is hurt. And also, you are not previously linked up yet. So you're going to spend crucial time. There's your first link. There's a Disenchant, removing all the link.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
Second link. Split that shadow away. More link, more Disenchant. And by the time... It's always nice to deny as well. Experience is a pretty big deal. You can't kill it yourself. Immediately resurrected. And you did. And then... Ah! That's it. No more revive. Sad. Oh, you attack yourself! Ouch! No, stop it! Okay. Now you're out of mana. And it's over. Well played by the elf. Unlucky for you. Overall, you played a very good game. And if I had to name just one thing, I'd say get that Granite earlier. Everything else is small things, as I described. Well played, man. No problem. Yeah, maybe stay a bit longer at 50 food. But because it is a small map and there's still creeps out, actually going over 50 can reap benefits greater than staying at 50 food. Hey Grubster, with your build I overflow wood so damn hard. Any tips how to use it? Just bring 5 peons in the fight, Vol'jin. If you overflow on lumber, bring 5 peons, upgrade more your grunts and raiders, or add walkers, or give it to your undead ally. You play 2 on 2. If you overflow on lumber, you can give it to him and he can bring ghouls or use ghouls to harass expansions.